Very good morning, dear students. Welcome back to our video lecture session number 6, subject economics, and I am Vaibhav Shah. And today in this lecture we are going to discuss the point which are left in last session, that is the last two characteristics of wealth, and then we'll move forward towards the welfare. In last session we discussed that what is wealth. So wealth is something which is useful, scarce, capable of getting exchange, and can be owned by somebody. And in that, lastly we discussed all the three characteristics, that is it should possess the characteristics of usefulness, it should be scarce, and lastly we discussed about the it should have physical or intellectual existence. Now let us move forward. That is the characteristics number 4th. That is wealth constitutes goods which are capable of exchange, and characteristics number 5th, that is durability. So first of all let us discuss point number 4th, that is wealth constitutes goods which are capable of exchange. In last point, that is it should have physical or intellectual existence, we have already discussed that the aptitudes of human being, their physical abilities are innate abilities, and they are usually not exchanged. But here, one of the characteristics of wealth is that the wealth constitute goods which are capable of exchange. So in last point also we discussed that that is the capability or ability of the person is not able to transfer or exchange, but their ideas can be exchanged, and that's why their ideas is become a wealth. Now here in point number 4 let us discuss what is wealth, that is capable of exchange. Wealth is an economic concept and therefore must be capable of getting exchange. Wealth is meant to satisfy present as well as future consumption and other needs, and therefore must be capable of exchange. A house purchased today satisfies the present need of housing and can be sold in future to buy other goods. Precious metals, land, etc. also possess these characteristics. So this is all about the characteristics number 4th. Now let us discuss in detail regarding this. As wealth is an economic concept, it means everything which is wealth is related with money or the terms which are related with money. So money in other way, but it can be measurable or quantifiable. That's why wealth is an economic concept and therefore must be capable of getting exchange. It means there is a possibility of exchange the wealth with another person, or we can say with others. If your wealth is not capable of exchange with anyone, then it never becomes your wealth. Like today we are having the heritage buildings also, but it is just the assets of the country and not the wealth, because this cannot be transferred from one place to another place. But due to the availability of transportation and invention in telecommunication and other means, now we can visit these heritage places, and that's why they becomes the wealth of a country. So yet we discussed about the wealth of a country, but when we are going to discuss about the wealth of a person, then that wealth should be capable of exchange. It means it should be exchanged with anyone without any doubt or condition or investigation. So as a wealth is an economic concept and therefore must be capable of getting exchange. It means we can exchange with anyone. Next point, wealth is meant to satisfy present as well as future consumption and other needs, and therefore must be capable of exchange. Today whatever we are having, today we are capable of getting a higher amount of money as an income, because today we are able to earn as our age is very less, and we are capable of earning like anything, and out of that earning whatever necessity for us right now we are consuming that, and other, that means the remaining money we are saving for the future purpose. So, wealth is meant to satisfy present. So, right now, whatever we are having is our current wealth. Like, if my income is more than enough for satisfying my family needs, then that income is become a wealth for me, and I can satisfy all my present needs as well as save some for the future needs. And in future, whenever my income will be very less, or I am not able to earn anything, at that time I will use this money as a wealth, and which can be used for the consumption of my future need also. So wealth is meant to satisfy present whatever we are earning today, or whatever given by our ancestor to us, like the properties or shares or precious jewelry which we are using today, is become a wealth. Remember one thing here, that whatever our ancestor has given us, it is transferred, it is capable of exchange with us, and that's why it become a wealth. If it is not able to transfer, then it never be a wealth. It is just an asset, not a wealth. So wealth is meant to satisfy present as well as future consumption. So in future consumption we discussed that whatever we are saving today will be used in the future, and that will be used for our satisfying our future needs and other needs. It means present as well as future and other needs. It means in between this present and future, if anything arises as a need, then we can satisfy with the use of the wealth, and therefore must be capable of exchange. Remember one thing, today with my higher income, I am converting this income into the uh, metals, that is either into the gold biscuits or gold bar, and I will save or store that gold bar for future needs. Whenever there will be shortfall in my income or I need more money, then what I will do? I will exchange that gold bar for money. So it means there should be the characteristics of exchange or capable of exchange is there. And if I am not able to exchange that particular gold bar with anyone, then it never becomes a wealth for me. There are some of the currencies which are used as a wealth in the future if they are running. But if the government has stopped their production and demonetized that, then it never be a wealth, because now it is not capable of exchange with anyone. So it is the capability of exchange along with the usefulness and scale which makes the wealth wealthier, or we can say which makes any of the assets as a wealth. Next one is an example given over here without the heading of example is that a house purchased today satisfy the present need of housing. So today when I am purchasing any house for staying purpose or for living purpose, so it satisfy my present needs. But in future, if I am purchasing one more house, or if I move forward to any other house which is bigger than this or smaller than this as per my need, so presently the particular house in which I am residing is fulfilling my present need of the consumption. That is, it is my present wealth which are capable of satisfying my present need. But in future, when I will move towards any other place, then I will sell this particular house and it becomes a wealth for me. And when I will sell it in the future, or when I will sold it in future, it becomes a wealth for me. So right now whatever I am consuming will become a wealth. Say for example, if today I am purchasing a bracelet of a gold for status purpose, or which I am wearing, and that's why it shows my status. But after 5 or 10 years, if I feel that now this becomes old and I want to buy a new, or I want to sell this, then it becomes a wealth for me. Right now it is asset and which satisfy my present need only. But in future, when I will sold that particular bracelet and get a money in exchange of that particular gold ornament, then it becomes a wealth for me. So a wealth should be like that. It satisfy the present as well as future demand, and same is happen in the case of house. Precious metals, because today when we are purchasing a precious metal, it is for the purpose of wearing and for some kind of status, but when in future we will sell it, it becomes a wealth. Land, etc. also possess these characteristics. So all these assets which we discussed in this particular point is the wealth, as it is capable of exchange. If there is no capability of exchange, if my land is situated at a place which is in the compulsory acquisition by the government, and government will say that we will not pay a single penny for that particular land, then it never becomes my wealth, because now it is not capable of exchange and it is gone in the compulsory acquisition. So, along with usefulness and scarce, the capability of exchange is also one of the characteristics of wealth. Now, let us move forward the fifth, that is last but not least element, or we can say the characteristics of wealth, that is durability. Wealth must possess durability. Durable goods can be used for future exchange and for satisfying future needs, and therefore become wealth. Goods which perish after single use cannot be used for future transaction and are therefore not wealth. For example, land, house, precious jewelry are durable goods and hence can be considered wealth along with their other characteristics. Shares are also wealth. So, first of all, let us discuss what is durability or what is durable. Wealth must possess durability. Have you ever heard the word that I am having a water which becomes wealth for me? No, because it is perishable, cannot be used more than once. Have you ever heard that I am having a fruits which are wealth for me? No, because we cannot store them for a longer period of time, or we can say there is no durability of that particular goods. But if I am saying that I am having a cupboard which become a wealth for me in the future, then in some of the extent it is good, because whenever I will sell it, it will give me some kind of return, as it is durable. Whenever I am saying that land or a house or a building is a wealth for me, then it is true, because it will be capable of exchange in the future, as it is having the capacity, or we can say the characteristics of durability. Durability means the goods which can be used more than once or repeatedly without any kind of interruptions. So, the wealth must possess durability. It means all those goods which are durable. Now, remember all those examples which we discussed till the day in this particular point of a wealth, that is, precious jewelry or land or house or vehicle. All are possesses the characteristics of durability, and that's why they become the wealth. So, the wealth must possess durability. Durable goods can be used for future exchange and for satisfying future needs, and therefore become wealth. Here I want to add something, that in last topic we discussed that durable goods can be used for future exchange, but right now the durable goods are satisfying our present needs also. So right now the durable goods which are satisfying our present needs will be used for future exchange. And if we are not exchanging in the future, then it will be useful for satisfying future needs also, and therefore become a wealth. Let us take one example of a vacant land. Today I am purchasing a plot, or we can say a vacant land, for some building purpose or for some constructing my house or any of the other reasons. So right now it is for my investment purpose. That is, I am satisfying my need of investment in that particular land, because I am knowing the common law that as and when the demand for the land will increase, the price of my land will also goes up. And if I will not sell that particular land in the future, then I will construct a house for me. But as you all knows that the land is possessing the characteristics of durability, so that I can save land as a wealth. So durable goods can be used for present consumption, for future exchange or for satisfying future needs. It means if I will not build any of the house or constructing any of the building on that particular vacant land, then it is also available for a sale or exchange. So, the durable goods can satisfy all the three needs, that is, present consumption, future exchange, or future needs, and therefore it becomes a wealth. If any of the element is not associated with any of these three particular elements, then it never becomes a wealth. Now, let us discuss or let us move forward. Goods which perish after single use cannot be used for future transaction and therefore not wealth. Line this particular statement. Here it is given very clearly that goods which perish after single use. It means all the foods and beverages which we are consuming. Whether we are consuming it at our house or at some 3-star, 5-star or 7-star restaurant. For the purpose of satisfying our present needs, these perishable goods are okay, but it is not useful for the future exchange or future needs, and that's why it never becomes the wealth. So goods which perish after single use, it means when we use it, it becomes a perishable or it is destroyed and we cannot use it again and cannot be used for future transaction, are therefore not wealth. The water we consumed today, the food we taken today, or the cloth we are wearing for some period of time, but it is not capable of satisfying our future needs and it cannot be exchanged in the future or cannot be used in the future. That's why they never become the wealth. Now let us take the example of durability. For example, land, house, precious jewelry are durable goods. All these three goods are possessing the characteristics of durability and hence can be considered wealth along with their other characteristics. So all of them are having the characteristics of usefulness, scale, capable of exchange and durability. Shares are also wealth because the shares of a particular company which I am purchasing today will be selling in the future, and when I will sell it in the future, it attracts some of the return on that particular investment if the market condition in a favor. So if the shares which I am which I am storing today are also the wealth and I can use it for the future purpose whenever I am need for it. Now let us discuss the last paragraph. Food grains which are produced by a farmer are not wealth if they perish in a very short time. Likewise, labor of a laborer is not also not wealth. However, if food grains can be stored in cold storage for a long time and their market value increases in future, then those become wealth. Hence, new technology can redefine wealth. So first of all, food grains which are produced by a farmer, as we all knows that food grains or fruits or vegetables or all the eatable things which are produced in the farming or produced by a farmer is perishable because we cannot use it more than once, or this is one of the limitation of barter system also, that we cannot store them for a longer period of time because it is perishable and it will be destroyed very soon. So, the food grains which are produced by a farmer are not wealth if they perish in a very short time. It is also one of the limitation in a barter system that whatever produced right now or in a current production, we have to compulsorily dispose it in any of the way. We can store some of for our future needs or we can say for our annual needs, but other stocks which is lies with us, we have to compulsorily exchange with anyone, or we can convert it into animal money because this will be useful in a future also. So food grains which are produced by a farmer are not wealth. Remember this point compulsorily, line this statement also. If they perish in a very short time, And it is not if they, but it is when there is no possibility of storing, or where there is no proper facility of storing it, then it is perishable itself and it is not consisting of the wealth. Likewise, labor of a laborer is not also not called wealth. Now this one is somewhat confusing for you. So first of all, let me clear that labor and laborer is a different elements. If a person who is in an active workforce, that is, who is between the age of 15 to 64 years, then he is a laborer. But his capacity of work or capability of work, where he can work, it is his labor. So, the capacity of working or the capability of working is called labor, while the person who is possessing this capacity is called the laborer. So, labor of a laborer is also not called wealth. Why this so? Because today, when we are at a very low age, we are capable enough to do any kind of work. We can lift more weight also, we can run for a longer, we can work for a longer period of time. But when we are growing old, our capacity and capability of working will be lower. It means due to some of the health issues or due to the age, we are not able to work as we are working today. So, if there is any possibility that we can save our labor today and we'll use it in the future when we'll be unable to use or when we are unable to work, then it is called wealth. Is it happens? Give me answer. Are you able to link what I want to say? That whatever capacity or capability that you are possessing today will not long last or last long, because this is perishable itself. If a one day is missing from our life, or we can take a rest for a whole day and we cannot do any of the single task, then the labor of that particular day, or we can say the capacity of that particular day, is totally wasted and it will never store. If it is happened that we can use this labor in the future time, then all will do the same. That right now, when they are having the capacity to work, or when they are stronger enough, then they will store their capacity and their energy for the future need. And as we all see that in the future we are not able to even stand up in our legs also due to our age. So, the labor of a laborer is also not called wealth because it is perishable and we cannot store it for a longer period of time, and compulsorily we have to use our daily capacity in a daily routine activities. Otherwise, it will be wasted and we cannot use it in the future. If it is so that if we rest for a 15 days and then we'll get the energy for next 1 month, then everyone will do the same, and by this way we can store the labor of a laborer and it becomes a wealth. But it is not in the case, as the energy and the capacity is the natural phenomena and we cannot store for a longer period of time. So as food grains which are produced by a farmer are not wealth, same way the labor of a laborer is also not a wealth because it cannot be stored for a longer period of time. Again, here we are also discussing the point of durability. So, both of these items, whether it is food grains or labor, is not durable and is not capable of exchange in a future needs. That's why they are not becoming a wealth. However, if food grains can be stored in cold storage for a long time and their market value increases in future, then those becomes wealth. Now this is the condition of if and then. However, if food grains can be stored in cold storage, as today due to technological advancement and technological upgradation, we are able to store our perishable goods for a longer period of time in cold storages, and also Now we are having a transportation facility with this cold storage where we can transport the perishable goods like fish, meat, eggs, milk, and other food grains from one place to another place easily. In the past, due to the lack of these facilities, the food grains, or we can say the fruits of one country or of one region, is not able to transfer to any other regions because of the lack of this particular transportation facility. But today, we are capable to enjoying the fruits of Kashmir and Simla also here in Bhavnagar and other regions of the state, because now we are having the facility of cold storage and other ways which can preserve these goods for a longer period of time. And sometimes it may happen that with the usage of preservatives we can preserve it for a 2, 3 or 5 years, and its quality, its smell and taste will be the same whenever we will remove them from the preservatives. So, at one instance, the goods which are not able to store for a longer period of time, or if they are perish in a very short time, then it becomes, and then it not possess any of the characteristics of wealth, and they are perishable. That's why they are not the wealth. But if food grains can be stored in cold storage, as we are seeing it in today, why we are able to get the fruits in off season also? Why the availability of fruits in vegetable in off season also there? Why we are getting every fruits which are of a seasonal nature, but we will be able to get it at any of the time? Why we are having the ice creams with different natural flavors at all the times of the year? It is because with the help of the cold storage, and with this facility now all those perishable goods which cannot long lasting and now become a long lasting, and their market value increase in the future. This is very interesting point. As we all as we all have experienced a very good season of a mango right now done. Now the mango season is almost over, because now the quality of mango is not enough, or we can say not up to the mark. But all those who are habitual, or who are means whose hobbies to eat the different foods, or they are willing to purchase it in the future time also. Now we all are knowing that the next mango season will be in the next year, and even there is a 10 to 12 months is there between the next mango season. Today, as we have consumed it in a very near future, that's why we are not willing to purchase a mango with higher price. But during the Diwali season and after that, whenever there will be the willingness of a person that he wants to purchase it and consume it, then they will demand for a mango in a off season also. Sometimes it becomes a status also that they are consuming a fruit which are of not the present consumption or not the present production, and due to that they will demand fruits at a very higher price. So if the price of mango today is nearest about 60 rupees or 70 rupees per kg, then in future, that after the 3 month or 4 month or 5 month, their price will increase to rupees 100 or 120 or 150, because the current production is zero, and then also there is a demand for that particular good. And this happens because of the facility of cold storage, and that's why we are having the mango juice in each and every season whenever we are demanding, because the sweet shops are storing or preserving them in the cold storage for a longer period of time. Same way, there are different kinds of raw materials also which are available in some of the particular seasons, but their production is for the whole year, and the big industries are storing in a cold storage, and that's why they become a wealth, because in future their price will be higher than their present price, and that's why they are getting the benefit of higher prices by selling that particular goods, and in future whenever there will be the demand of that particular goods, they can satisfy it with very easiness, because it is available to them in a plenty availability. So new technology can redefine wealth, because in older ways, as we know that the food grains and labor of the laborer, even today, with this help of this new technology, we cannot store the labor of a laborer. And it is the best example of anything which is not a wealth, that the labor of a laborer is never stored, and that's why it never becomes a wealth. But today, with the help of this cold storage and other facilities, we can preserve our goods in a cold storage, and it can be used in the future period also. And that's why the new technology can redefine wealth, and now they become the wealth. So let us conclude our session over here itself. Done. Types of wealth and welfare we'll discussing on next period. So now there is, in this particular topic, there is a types of wealth and welfare, and relationship between wealth and welfare is there. So today we discussed about the meaning of wealth, and there are three characteristics we discussed in last session itself. Today we discuss about the point number 4th and 5th. Thank you very much, class.